Downsizing can mean different things to different people. Often you think about it as going smaller. However, I often see customers looking not so much for smaller size as less maintenance. Today we're going to talk about the ins and outs of both. Yo, I'm Adrienne, longtime Florida realtor, and I'm here to help you get your Florida life. Happy Wednesday. I put out new videos every Wednesday. You, of course, can watch them whenever you want. You can subscribe so you don't have to find me again if you're looking for more information on moving to Florida. Now, often my videos are all about relocating to Punta Gorda or Port Charlotte, Florida. I help a lot of relocators. I also have a lot of listings that sell to relocators, so I like to stay in front of them. Today's video will help you if you're moving down here from the north, but it might also help you if you are a homeowner in the area who's thinking about downsizing, whether that's downsizing or a lessening of maintenance choice. One thing I notice about all downsizers is it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. The end result sounds so good, like cleaning out a garage or a closet, but much like cleaning out a garage or a closet, sometimes the actual doing of it is less fun. I can tell you I've worked with a lot of people going through the process, and in the end it's very worth it, but it can be a challenge. As with any challenge, I try to help you get to your goals. Not everybody is the same when we talk about downsizing. I've worked with many couples who struggle to get to the same page themselves. Just know that it's a process. I like to use the analogy that it's like cleaning out a closet or garage, but it's much more than that. It's a whole life change, a very positive one, but a big one. We'll talk about low maintenance options in a minute. One thing you should know is size is a balancing act that sometimes takes a little research. I have had many customers call me over the years thinking they know what size home they need from what they see in pictures. When they actually see properties and get in them and it becomes real, it changes. For instance, sometimes it sounds great to chuck it all and get that inexpensive tiny condo. Spend months looking online at smaller condos, then you actually go there and look. You realize that there's little or no storage in many smaller condos. You remember you have things you really don't want to give away yet. I will tell you it's tough to cut your square footage in half. If you're in more than 1,800 square feet plus a garage, basement, or shed, 1,000 square feet might be a fantastic second home, but it will be a big adjustment to go full time. You may want to look at something more in the middle. Downsizing, though, is often what the name implies. You may have to give up some space, and that's the hard part for a lot of people. Like I said, we will talk about maintenance in a moment, but if you have the same amount of space you have now, there will be more maintenance than if you have less space. I have stood there with many people over the years as they realize how much they are really going to have to get rid of when they look into it. I would love to tell you the whole process is simple, but there is often a mental hump most people have to climb over. Here are 3 quick tips. The first one I've gotten from many customers over the years. They tell me they call their children up and tell them to take what they want to take, or at least come up with a plan for taking it. Even if it's something the children think they will want in the future, when they make that plan, they'll store it or they know what's happening with it. But assuming your children will want things can hold you back from living an easier life. It may not be fun to learn that they don't want your heirlooms. I hate being the one to bring it up. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's better than you spending years storing and dusting them. My second tip is for relocators. I give this tip often. If you're struggling over what you need to bring down here, here's my tip. If you have to ask yourself, should I bring this? Don't bring it. Now, there are some things you won't have to ask yourself, and those things you should bring. If you immediately look at something and say, I'm bringing that, bring it. But if you have to question it, know that once you get it down here, it's very difficult to sell northern items here. You might as well sell them up north or donate them. Finally, my third tip for this, and then we'll get on to the maintenance, is know that there are large condos and large villas that you really don't have to downsize much at all size-wise. It's really the maintenance, and like I said, we'll talk about that. But sometimes that's a good middle ground. A lot of people want to go into their last home. I can't tell you how many times people have told me They're going to carry me out of this place in a box. Lovely thought, but that is not often the case. Sometimes it takes a couple steps to really downsize. So be ready for that and just accept that. That is part of the process sometimes. So, okay, what if downsizing is all about lessening maintenance for you? The easy answer that most people think of is condos. But there are more options than that around. We have single family homes and communities that do some maintenance, villas, townhomes. If you're worried that you're going to have to get rid of your boat or give up gardening, no, you just need to pick the situation that is best for you. Let's start though with condos. One of the most significant benefits of downsizing to a condo is the reduced maintenance and upkeep responsibilities. When you live in a house, there are many things you have to worry about, such as yard work, landscaping, home repairs. If you have a pool, you have to take care of that. When you move into a condo, many of these responsibilities are taken care of by the condo association or property management. This leaves you with more free time to enjoy the things you love. Another advantage of downsizing to a condo is the sense of community that comes with it. In lots of cases, condo complexes have shared amenities such as a fitness center, pool, clubhouse, which can be a great way to meet new people and make friends. Typically, complexes have an association or management company that takes care of the maintenance of these amenities. You do pay fees in a condo. Really, any place that takes care of maintenance, you're going to pay fees. But if you own a home, and even if you're going to get your lawn cut, your pool cleaned in the home, you have that extra duty of managing those services. In a condo, you simply write that check and the association does it for you. However, condo living is not for everyone. To be clear, condos are units where you have another unit above, below, or sometimes both from you. For some people, that's a little too close for comfort. There are other options, townhomes and villas, for instance. Both are units where you share a wall with your neighbor. A townhome is stairs within the unit. So you'll have an upstairs and a downstairs in your unit. A villa is one floor. Typically in the Punta Gorda area, at least villas have higher fees than condos. The grounds and roofs are sprawling, so it takes more money to upkeep. Usually there is a garage on a townhome or a villa, so that helps with storage. And while the association takes care of the main grounds, often these homes have an atrium where you can put a garden or put out a little table, so you have a little space of your own. In the Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte area, there are many condos, villas, and townhomes that have docks, so you never have to worry about giving up your boat. Now, if sharing even one wall is not for you, you may look at a community that takes care of your lawn service and has some amenities for you. Typically, we talk about over 55 communities. We have those here, but we also have all ages communities that cater to those who want less maintenance. In Port Charlotte, there's Kingsgate, which is an over 55 community with typically smaller homes around 1,200 to 1,800 square feet, great amenities, a big pool, lots of activities. The Lionsgate restaurant is there, an event space, a fitness center, and they have like a whole calendar of events. The HOA takes care of your lawn there. In Punta Gorda, we have Seminole Lakes, which is not 55 and older, but has slightly larger homes, like 1,400 to 1,900 square feet on average. They also take care of your lawn. There's a clubhouse, a golf course, and a pool. The fees are a bit less than Seminole Lakes, but they don't have quite as big of amenities. They have very nice amenities, but not quite the same. I've had customers move into both and love it. We also have a new golf community called Heritage Landing that is both condos and single family homes, a fantastic golf course. There are also smaller 55 and older communities like Rio Villa Lakes, which is centered around a lakes and very near our downtown. So while there aren't as many activities there, you can easily enjoy downtown Punta Gorda. Several smaller developments like Waterford Estates that aren't gated communities have popped up over the years. They have fewer amenities, they're all ages, but they do have lawn care. The key is the less you have to do or the less that is presented for you, the lower your fees should be. I often get asked about fees, and I tell people you should feel like you're getting what you want from the fees, or at least mostly. It's never quite perfect, but mostly. What I would love for you to take away is downsizing can be a worthwhile endeavor, and there are likely many more options than you think about. We've got communities catering to your goals. I'd love to talk more about your downsizing goals. If you'd like to know more about relocating to Punta Gorda, I have a who, what, where, when, and why video that covers the basics. I'll link it here. Thank you for watching. I will see you next Wednesday.